Hello, people of Bubuli. My name is Pastor Daniel, and I'm here to share about love and family. First of all, I just want to say thank you to all the people, the wonderful people of this Bubuli community who are running our social media page, the WhatsApp group. You're doing a wonderful job, Mr. D and the whole team. You guys are doing great. Well, I'm privileged to be here today to share about, love and family. Well, I'm married. My wife is Ruth Grace, and we have 4 children. And I just want to share a life experience. You know, one of the things that helped me to understand love and understand family is a question a friend of mine called Mr. Kawesa asked me about 3 years ago. He asked me, "Do you have a family vision?" I want to ask you that question right now. Do you have a family vision? Because this is one thing that I can say has really contributed a lot to our love life and our family life to be united and to have a common goal. You know, family, back in school, they used to tell us that a family is the smallest unity of a society. And for me, that is like when they ask you what a chair is, and you say a chair, you define it by its size. You say a chair is the smallest unit of furniture, and it didn't make sense to me at all. And then when I was confronted with this question, it helped me to put things in perspective and to even redefine family. So this is how we redefined family. Family is custodians of a shared continuity. We are custodians, and we have a picture of a desired future. That's the vision that we are all a part of, that we all have to contribute to. So when this question was asked me, do you have a family vision? The first thing that came to my mind, I said yes, because I have a business. I was running a media company, and it was, filming documentaries and movies, and so I thought that's the vision. But then this gentleman, Kawesa, helped me to see that that was really not a vision, and helped me to set a family vision. So I'll talk more about family vision later in this video, but let me go back to the issue of love. So my wife and I, when we had just gotten married, things were really tough, because the way we got into marriage was so close, and so there was chemistry, and we couldn't stay away from each other. But when we got married, things changed so quickly that communication became a chore. It became like a miracle. And you get mad and you keep quiet for like 2 weeks, and so we started drifting apart. One of the things that helped us to really understand love and to know that this chemistry, love is not giving flowers every Valentine and taking your wife out every now and then, even though those are good things to do in love, but it's not really what love is all about. Love is a sacrificial kind of thing. Love is like when we put things in perspective and we say, let's talk about this and get a solution of how we can keep our marriage. And so the first thing that we had to change was our mindset. We came up with a philosophy that marriage is permanent. You see, we agreed upon that between me and my wife. We said this marriage, this covenant that we're in, it's not a partnership, that if I'm tired of you, I'll get another partner. This is a covenant, and so by nature it is permanent. And so when we agreed upon that, it started to bring us even closer, because we knew that since it's permanent, everything else must be temporary. Every challenge, every situation that we're dealing with, it had to be temporary. If we have quarreled, if we didn't have something that was going on, a rough patch, we would be quick to solve it so that we can get back to our permanent kind of thing. And so since it's permanent, we might as well make it fun for each other. And so that was a very, very key thing, change of mind, to know that the marriage is permanent. And so we need to work on our love life, and what can we do? And then we realized that the best way to love each other is not to focus on what my wife is giving me or what my husband is giving me. some people get married to men because they have a car, they have a house, they have a job, but all these things can end, But we realize that love is really about what I'm giving. It's a sacrifice. I'm laying down my life for her, and she's laying down her life for me. So it's not about what she's giving me, it's about what I'm giving. What am I contributing to this relationship and to this love? And the same thing applies to her. And this helped us to grow even closer and even better and to love each other. So love is a sacrifice. Love involves sacrificial giving. So through that, I started to look at her with eyes of grace, and when she makes a mistake, I'm not quick to blame her or I look at her with grace. I'm like, this is a mistake, it's temporary, we can fix this, we can grow together. That was very, very helpful. So now, after understanding all that, we had to set up two major principles that we go by. The number one is commitment. We had to commit to this marriage. I put it down here on our tab, and it says commit to marriage for life. This is what we share. We commit to marriage for life, and when we enter into this covenant, divorce should never be in our mind and never be on our mouth. And that's the first thing we changed. So if we've had an issue, if we had a challenge, you don't just start to threaten divorce. I'm leaving, I'm packing bags to go. That doesn't help you to grow in life. It actually divides you more and makes the other person think that you're only here for the car, for the land, for the house, and things like that. So we don't talk about divorce, and we don't think about it. Our marriage is permanent. Everything else is temporary. So commitment is very key to grow in love. And the second thing is communication. So we knew that, when you are dating, communication is so easy. It just comes easy. It's flowing. You can be sending messages all night long. You're on fire, you're communicating, you're telling your boyfriend or your girlfriend all about your life. But when you get married, communication becomes like a miracle. It's like a chore. You sit with someone, you've told them every childhood story you've ever had, and you realize that you really have nothing more to share. So you go on social media and you start talking to other people through the phone, you start scrolling, and the moment you get to the YouTube shorts, you're totally in another world, and that kills the communication. So we have to be intentional. We had to be intentional and say communication must be worked on. It's not gonna be, scrolling all the time. It's not easy. It's a work in progress, because you know what phones have become for us these days. Phones are taking over everything. But we had to change things and decide that, when we get home, it's a time about us. Try to put your phone away. Just put it in don't disturb mode. If it's an important call, you can take it. But stop texting all the time with other people when I'm sitting right next to you. So that's the kind of thing that we've done, and today I can really say that by the grace of God, we are so much in love than ever before, and we're growing through the difficulties, through the challenges, because our marriage is permanent and everything else is temporary. And so about family vision. Well, a family vision, like I said, I thought I had a family vision because I had a business. But think about it this way. If your father is selling firewood, and that's the business that you're doing, when you go to school, you don't want to share that. If you're a child, you don't want to let people know that your business is firewood. You're kind of ashamed by that. But then if your father paints that firewood business into a vision, it would be different. Just a minute, I got a call here. If your father paints that same business of firewood into a vision, and it says that we are in the energy industry, we're going to be providing clean energy 300 years from now, and it paints the whole picture for you. And so as a child, you would start to align yourself with that. Even if you paint the same picture, the vision for your wife, she will align herself with you so that she can be a helper, so that you have something that you're working towards together. And this has really transformed our love life and our family. You see, my vision is to teach the Word of God with simplicity and clarity. So I went and explained it to my wife. This is the vision. I want us to write books, to make films, to make, teaching notes and things that can help people know about God with simplicity. And she said, well, I'm a singer. And she started to help to teach through music. She can make a complex lesson into a song. And that helped me and us as a family to work together towards the vision. And then I started to explain the same vision to my young children. And my 7-year-old boy, Micah is an artist. He likes to draw. And I started telling him stories every night, about the Bible, about Goliath and David and things like that. And before I know it, Micah started to draw these stories and explain them. He puts them in cartoons. I was like, I didn't know Micah could draw such things, but because I shared the vision, he's also aligning himself. Now we're going to print t-shirts with all his artwork and cups, and we sell them at his school, at Horizon, and at church and other places. Now the vision is rolling. I'm working on writing a book. I make videos every Tuesday about teaching people, and I share online, and this is what has helped us to kind of come together and make sense, have something in common that we are working on together, and we know it's going to outlive us. We want in the next 300 years for this vision to stay and continue. Maybe we'll set up big libraries and places that can, where people can go and learn. And this is a vision. So that's the thing that I wanted to share with you today. We have a family slogan. We say we replace value with more value. And I introduced this to my family because I had a family that I was looking up to. They were rich, they had everything. But when the father died, the children became animals. They started fighting each other, killing each other, and they sold the property. Everything was gone in like 2 years. I said, when I'm gone, I wouldn't want my family to be like this. So through this family vision, I'm teaching my children that it's not the business, is not the issue. It's the vision, the big picture. So don't fight for things to sell. And even if you sell, you have to replace value with more value. That's our slogan. We replace value with more value. So that means if I plant 1 acre of trees and you find it, you better, plant more trees. Or when you cut the trees, you buy more land, or you do something that has more value than what you found, not just to sell and eat all the money. See, now in that way, we've been able to align the family, come close as a family, work together as a family. Well, I'm still here. You can feel free to discuss, because this is not the Bible truth. I'm just sharing my experience and what I'm doing about my family. Maybe you have other ideas that we can discuss together here on the forum. I'm still here. You can share your comments, and I'll be happy to answer them. Let me ask you to go and check us out. The church that I'm leading is I Am Family Church. I welcome you to visit us tomorrow on Sunday and come. It's in Lunguja, but if you can't make it there, you are free to join us online on YouTube. The church is iamfamilychurch.org, and I'll share that link with you tomorrow of the live stream on YouTube. Have a good evening. God bless you. Okay.